All right, time to have some fun. Time to heal some stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Claims of Truth Healing Circle. I appreciate you being here. It is a holiday weekend, and I know for a lot of us, there are a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of choices, things that you could be doing. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Tonight is the Claims of Truth Healing Circle, and we are working with a claim of truth that is, I am the divine I seek. And I am finding this particular claim of truth a really interesting one, because if you happen to notice, it is not connected to either gratitude ceremony or a book that Paul has channeled. This is actually a claim of truth that dropped in for me during a yoga class that I was taking, and it just kept playing over and over and over again in my head. And I was like, I am the divine I seek. I am the divine I seek. And I'm like, all right, I got it. So we are going to be working with that claim of truth tonight and seeing what shows up. I'm really excited about. Part of it, it looks like there's going to be some fun at a pumpkin patch. So how awesome is that? So let's go ahead and get started in casting a circle of light, specifying that only Source, Creator God, my healing team, and the support teams as needed be present for tonight's Claims of Truth Healing Circle, where we're going to be looking at that claim of truth. I am the divine I seek. I am the divine I seek. And of course, as usual, we're going to be healing low frequencies, taking a look at what is going on in our bodies and in our world around us. And there will be a piece of this that is about getting prepped for the full moon of connection that is happening on Thursday. Of course, it's really fabulous when we can do some prep work for that. The information is going to start coming in tomorrow, and it kind of looks like it's going to be going on through the weekend. So yes, this will be an awesome opportunity for us to heal more. So may it be with a blessing, blessing, blessing of Source that we have a fabulous time tonight. Really enjoy ourselves, heal what shows up, and have fun doing that, being in community. With that, I say amen and aho. Whew. Hey, Athena, it is great to see you here. Yes, very emotional time, and I have been struggling with that emotional eating as well. So lots of healing opportunities for us. A reminder, if you all haven't seen the post yet about the full moon, is actually a super full moon. So let's not, just have a regular full moon. Let's have a super full moon. And it happens on Thursday. There is no eclipse, but it is going to feel like there is an eclipse. Just to let you know, moons and what's happening in astrology is not my jam, but I am reading the post that Care put up because she has a little bit more information about it. But this moon is going to be conjunct with Chiron, and that's the wounded healer, which basically for us means there's a lot of opportunity for us to heal heartbreak, resolve deeply buried emotions, and alchemize those shadows that have been interfering with us knowing that we are the light and we are the truth. And so as I say those words, I'm like, wow, healing heartbreak. And probably about a half an hour before I started the healing circle, my husband was in here and he was chatting with me about what about things that happened to us like 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Like, what's happening with those things that went on back then versus something that happens here today? And so I usually joke with him. I'm like, gosh, I need to start turning on my phone and recording when we start having these conversations because they're really amazing, the information that comes out. And so that heartbreak, anybody who wants to say, yes, I have had a heartbreak in the past, and yes, it happened more than 10 years ago or even 20 years ago. We have, since that heartbreak happened, we've been assembling, pulling together a lot of proof for the decision that we made back then, right? So, 20 years ago when I was 18 years old, I made was that right? That was really bad math. That is not the case. 30 years ago, when I was 18 years old, I made a decision about being in a relationship, or somebody broke up with me. I do remember that one. Somebody broke up with me, and I decided that love sucks and love hurts, and I'm not ever going to get involved in it again, and blah, 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 right? And that idea formed in my body and I held on to it. Now, just because I didn't experience lots of love since then does not mean that that thing is not still there. All those ideas I had, I might have covered it up with layers and layers and layers of low frequencies, brought in some unconsciousness, maybe covered it up with a bunch of anger, and just did all sorts of things to that thing, that idea, right, that had concretized in my body, had gotten really hard and solid from an energetic standpoint. And now along comes all these opportunities that we have, the classes that we sit in, the healings that we do, the things that happen to us, including this full moon. They come along and they go, "Ooh, let's get in there and let's start cleaning that out." Because that in truth is not really serving us. Any of those ideas I had when, I was 18 or 28 or 38, any of that stuff is not serving me now. So it's time to get rid of it. That's what we're busy doing. That's what we're up to with all of these different things that are going on with the new moons and the full moons and gratitude ceremony and Noah and classes and whatever else you are doing. You are busy going after all that stuff that is old ideas, old points of view, old frequencies that no longer serve you. You've gone up in frequency, and so it's time to transform all that stuff that's down there. We're just going to work on all of that stuff tonight. Start working on the low frequencies that have been sitting around serving no purpose for us. So, how's that? Tall order. Yes. Healing teams, get busy on all of that stuff. There is a lot for us to do. Athena, I love that you're bringing this to the party. Currently dealing with a man who didn't want to commit 4 years ago and is now pursuing you. Yeah, I think that's awesome. You're going to see him next week. You're going to see him after the full moon, after you've had an opportunity to heal more of all those ideas that you just, you put together this whole thing, like, yeah, and that thing, and yeah, and that idea, and this part, and he just, and I just, like, right? It's all this big ball of low frequencies, and yay, you get to heal that. Absolutely, pain is in there, and fear is in there, unworthiness. There's lots of things, and all of us have those things. So if each of you wants to take a look at something that you are ready to like put on the altar, releasing it, not serving us, and the full moon is definitely going to go after it anyway, you are welcome to just put that in the chat. You also could just keep it to yourself and go, okay, this is how it's going to be. I'm going to move that. Share, don't share. It's all perfect. Totally perfect. So rest assured, the full moon is going to help you. I am just so stuck in that old new moon. All right. Who wants to play? We have a few minutes that we're going to do some healing, and then we are going to be going to the pumpkin patch. We're going to Crystal Library on Arcturus, and I'm very excited about it. I really love it when we get to play these energy games. And if any of you knew me like 4 or 5 years ago, you'd be like, you are not the same person then that you are now, because I was like, oh, don't make me play these games. I'm always getting them wrong. I don't know, all of that. So here's my question for you. Ask, what keeps you from seeing yourself as the divine you seek? What keeps you from seeing yourself as true? Seeing your true self. What is that? Now, you might have an answer as a particular frequency. You might have that as a particular frame or idea, a movie that is playing that keeps telling you, here's all the proof that I am not the divine I seek. Whatever it is, if you want to put it in the chat, well, I'm happy to help you with it. And if you just want to like surrender it, know that that altar is there and you can just keep surrendering it. You can just keep letting it go and going, okay, this is not serving me. So, Amanda, I love you going ahead and putting it in the chat. Heartache over a stance you took with your younger brother, over how he handled an inheritance. And there is a lot that happens when people pass away. There's just a lot of stuff that happens. I haven't had a ton of experience with it, but enough to just go, wow, there's so much, that we can keep clearing karma and agreements and just keep healing whatever it is that shows up. So, Amanda, we're happy to help you with clearing more of that karma and those that the guilt and anger and fear that showed up for all of that. You can ask where that is in yourself, or you can just trust that that's being moved. Jan, that self-doubt is a fabulous one. That is a lot of atheist energy. That's what we call it. Atheist energy is that doubt, but there's also a ton of unworthiness wrapped in there. And as one who spent a lot of time doubting myself, I know it can be healed. So just keep trusting how it shows up and knowing that we're going to work on it. You can ask where you have a lot of that self-doubt, where you want to move it. And we're definitely going to get a good piece of it tonight. Amanda, the fear is a fur mantle over your shoulders. Yep. And Amanda, that mantle that you're holding on to is also wired down into your sternum, both in the front and the back. It is, connected in. And so we're going to keep disconnecting those things and transforming those low frequencies. And yes, it is amazing the stuff that is there. Now, like in Amanda's example, did that mantle appear when she had the issue with her brother? No, it's been there so much longer. But the issue with her brother brings that up and lets us start healing that, brings that up so we can heal it, we can see it. So yeah, we'll keep working on that. Keely, oh, the cat. Yes. Happy to give your cat a healing. My cat last week was just constantly vomiting. And so none of it is ever fun. It's just, I was joking with my husband. I think it's cheaper for us to throw the carpet out because, of course, they never do it on the tile. Cheaper to throw the carpet out than it is to have it cleaned. But yes, I'm happy to give him a healing. A lot of fear in his digestive system. I see it in the upper tract of his stomach. So yes, we'll work on that. And I'll do some tobacco for him as well. So for all of you, however that shows up and what is keeping you from seeing yourself as the divinity that you seek, we're going to just keep working on it. We're going to work on it the entire time we're here. And it's definitely a lot of low frequencies. There's a lot of pain and fear and anger and unworthiness, shame, blame, unconsciousness, atheist energy. There is enough of all that stuff that keeps us from knowing who we really are in truth. So now, one of the pieces that showed up for me when I was looking at this earlier today is the mirrors that we have. And you are welcome to ask where your mirror is that is reflecting some strange ideas of who you really are in truth. It's reflecting, just all kinds of images that are not your truth at all. So know that we're going to work on those. When we go in the pumpkin patch, we're going to work on them as well. And then if you are somebody who finds yourself kind of triggered by the idea that I would say, I am the divine I seek. If any of you are having that, who are you to say that? You think you're God? Who do you think you are? Or if you have had somebody say that to you, we are giving all of us healings around that. How dare I think that I am divine? Yep, Amanda, I see that mirror. And none of these mirrors, you can take a look at your mirror first. You can take a look at your mirror at what shape your mirror is, the size of your mirror. Some of us have mirrors that look like little compacts. Others of us have mirrors that look like those big mirrors that are wooden, like a dressing mirror. Some of them are, gold around the edges. There's lots of them. What they share in common is that the mirror image is not reflecting the truth of you. So when you look in it, it is, reflecting back It may reflect a older version of you, a cracked version. You may have awarenesses of cracks in it. You may kind of see like the smoke that is in them. There's all different ways that these mirrors can show up. And if you do not have a particular awareness of your mirror, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. I never saw mirrors up until probably a year or two ago, because my higher self is like, there's no need, just move on. There's a mirror, we're healing it, moving on. So it doesn't have anything to do with, who you are as a higher self or who you are as just a person here on planet Earth. So, yep, Amanda, horizontal, rectangle, bathroom mirror. You are anything but the additional pieces like standard issue mirror. There's a lot of unworthiness in these mirrors. And there's some of these mirrors are pulsing energies that are busy telling us, you're not enough, you can't do this, unworthiness, and other frequencies like that. So regardless of what it's pulsing, it is not serving you one bit. So we're going to transform those. One of the ways we do that is we create designs for them. And we alchemize them. Chill, absolutely nothing about anything tonight. All right. Jill, we are going to work on that. I'm sending Rias over to help you. Oh, Amanda, that's a great one. Amanda says her mirror is reflecting her overweight 15-year-old self. Isn't that a great one? Like, let's move all the mirrors that are reflecting our past ideas of ourselves in this lifetime. Let's do that. Jill, we're going to move that stuff out of your way. You have some blockages in your claircognizant channel, Jill. Those just showed up for me. So we're going to work on those. Because you know what happens? Blockages in our claircognizant channels means we just don't have access to our information. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with us. It just means we don't have access to our information. There are blocks that are keeping us from letting the information drop in. So we'll just move some of those. We're also moving the religious pictures. You're not God. You're divinity in form. You are not who the low frequencies have told you you are. You are not who somebody said you were in 3rd grade. Maybe that's just my stuff. Am I the only one that has those traumas from, like, if you're old enough, traumas from junior high school? Dear Lord, those were tough years. And let's not even start talking about high school. All those traumas. I can't believe they said that. What were they thinking? Moving those out of people's throats, out of their sternums, out of their 3rd eye, and anywhere else they happen to show up. So these mirrors have tons. They're dirtied by fear. And if I didn't mention this before, which I'm sure I didn't, judgment, 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 lots of judgment. So lots of periwinkle coming in for all of us. Periwinkle, the frequency that heals judgment. Also 12s, 12, 12, 12. For a long while, you would have, if you had listened in on conversations we had, you would hear us going 12, 12, 12, because what was she thinking of wearing that particular outfit? And it sort of makes me laugh because we certainly gave ourselves healing on the judgment, but it was just coming out of our mouths. What was that? How dare she? Jan, yep, you have a 3D mirror. You definitely have a mirror there. And yeah, oh my God, did you hear what they said? And oh my gosh, they said it too. It must be true. If other people said it, it is not true. You are the divine you seek. You are exactly what you have been looking for. But we have been filled with lots of low frequency ideas that say we can't possibly be it because that person over there looks sharper. That person over there, is more put together. That person over there has more education. If I just had what they had, I would be I would be perfect. I would be exactly what I'm looking for. But we are, whether we know it or not, the divine that we seek. I hope you are continuing to just let go of more of those ideas that you have of what you were in the past. None of us are the same frequency today that we're going to be tomorrow. None of us are the same frequency today that we were last week. We have gone up in frequency like crazy. It is a rocket ship ride for all of us. And we spend a lot of time looking out there and going, oh, but they're doing it faster. They're doing it better. They've got it organized. They're much better at this than I am. Not true. It's not true. Not true at all. So, can we go? Can we go? Yes, we can go. Okay. Let's give everybody a healing on atheist energy. Yep. Little pumpkins coming in for everybody. And these pumpkins are filled with lots of frequencies that are going to help us transform the atheist energy that says energy isn't real. I'm just making it up. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to the enlightened planet of Arcturus. If you were in energetic architecture earlier today, we went to Arcturus as well. We're going back. When Joan said, we're going to Arcturus, I'm like, wait, that's where we're going. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? So all you have to do is come with me. We're going to go together We are going to a crystal library on Arcturus. And this crystal library, there's been a lot of information that has been pulled for us. We're going to the pumpkin patch. How fun is that? Anybody ever been to a pumpkin patch before? I saw one today and I was like, oh my gosh, look how fun that is. I want to go to the pumpkin patch. So here we are. We're in a crystal library, so everything you're going to see is going to be crystalline in nature. We don't always say that it's crystalline, like, it's a crystalline pumpkin, it's a crystalline, gift. But just so you know, this is a crystalline library, a crystalline pumpkin patch. And the first thing we're going to do, give me a fan. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a scarf. You're going to grab a scarf. There's a whole bunch of them sitting in baskets around, and you can just grab your scarf and take a look at, perhaps you want to look at what color it is. Perhaps you want to look at a pattern. There are some of them that are very like a tartan plaid, and there are some of them that are checked. A lot of them are solid, so to speak. They might have lots of different colors. I see some that are very pink. There are some that are kind of the red tartan plaid, and there are greens and blues and purples. You just grab a scarf. I'm going for the scarf that is like a tartan plaid, but it has reds and purples and greens in it. And the reds of passion and the green of creativity, and the purple is benediction, but there's also some like gold threads woven through it. So you might be just like, I got a purple scarf. No, this purple scarf. Okay, I got a purple scarf and I'm going to put it around my neck. That is absolutely awesome. Jill, how are you doing? So I'm taking my scarf and I am wrapping it around my central nervous system. There are no rules about how you use your scarf. You might have like, oh, well, I'm going to put my scarf in my eyes. Wait, how do you put a scarf in your eyes? You can't put a scarf in your eyes. What exactly is that? There are absolutely no rules about it. Trust in how it shows up. Amanda's got a silk scarf of peacock blue and emerald green. That's beautiful. That emerald green in particular is divinity frequency. That peacock blue to me looks a lot like bliss, but there are so many different frequencies you can see for yourself. And putting it around your neck, that's an awesome place. Our throats are filled with a lot of low frequencies. Best way to cut somebody off from their information is fill their throat with lots of low frequencies. Does not mean a thing about who you are or how you behave or anything. We all have low frequencies in our bodies everywhere. So, Jill, I'm glad to hear you're good. You've been to a pumpkin patch. Yeah, that really feeling disconnected tonight. It's really interesting because one of the other pieces that showed up for me for the full moon is about these connections, and it is the moon of connection. And so I was looking at several people who had like wire disconnects, like if you were looking at the wiring in a light, a lamp or something like that, that there were lots of disconnects. So we're going to keep working on them, Jill, and you can just play along. It's good. Play along. So everybody has their scarf. Whether you put it in the chat or not, I sit and watch the energies. I watch everybody pick a scarf and put it in different places. Some of you put them in your feet. Some of you put them in your knees. Um, there are two of you that put them in your uterus or your ovaries or your fallopian tubes, that area in general. So it's perfect however it shows up. Jan says her scarf is pink and cream with gold and silver threads, and she put it around her neck. Beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful place. You can put it in your pituitary or your pineal or your left ear or your right elbow. It is exactly perfect however you did it. Dorothy crisscrossed her blue scarf across her chest. I love that. Working that the energy for the sternum. That is beautiful. And Kate says neck and throat for orange, green, and yellow scarf. Yes, man, yes, yes, yes. It's awesome. It is so fabulous. So fabulous. I love that. So you're going to grab a pumpkin. And we are heading to the carving table. There is a big table laid out, and it is a carving station, a creation table, a carving, pumpkin carving station, pumpkin carving table. You're going to grab your pumpkin, and remember, your pumpkin does not have to be orange. It can absolutely be orange, and that's fabulous. But you might want to look at your pumpkin and see what color it is. And you're going to take it to the carving table, and there are lots of ways that you can carve it. You could literally just put your hands on the pumpkin and create whatever it is that you want. This is the coolest thing in the world. For those of us who do not fancy ourselves as great pumpkin carvers, this is wicked cool. Because you can just be like, oh, I really want to carve a little kitten into my pumpkin. And it's like, put your hands on it and have those ideas and watch it transform into a pumpkin with a cat on it. Amanda, I love that. Cream colored pumpkin. That is fabulous. If your pumpkin most definitely is cream colored, Amanda, I had this sense of like cream in my coffee cream. That's what, when I was like, is it really cream colored? Yeah, it is. And I had that sense of tasting cream. So my pumpkin is multicolored, and this is the coolest thing. My pumpkin is a bunch of books. It's a bunch of crystalline books. And it's like the pumpkin, I just put my hands on it and the pumpkin turns into a carving of crystalline books. So there's no rules. Just in case you're like, I don't know, my pumpkin looks like an apple. Okay, that's good too. Jill, her pumpkin is pink and sparkly for her sternum. And it absolutely is. And Jill, inside your pumpkin, you have a lot of like swirls, like that sparkly energy is just swirling round and round. It kind of reminds me of the fairy godmother, like swirling, 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 swirling. Yeah. And I am putting my pumpkin, my pumpkin books into my third eye. Okay, Amanda, you can't seem to carve your pumpkin. right, let's move those valences out of the way for you. And move the, I can't do this. For everybody, for all of you who are having this, like, I don't know how to do this, I don't know, I'm not capable, I'm not enough, all that stuff, we're just going to keep moving that out. Remove the valences for you, Amanda, so you can take a look, see if you can design your pumpkin. Jan, purple with gold sparkles and a brown stem. I love that. And it's really cool because, like, Jan's purple with gold sparkles, like, for the longest time for me, that would be a purple pumpkin with gold sparkles, like gold glitter all over it. And now I have been moving a lot more out of my clairvoyant spaces and have this idea that it's like I got the part where the sparkles are just constantly like moving and transforming, and that it's all energy. So it's really cool. If you don't get it now, you will indeed get it. Absolutely. I never believed it, but I do now. Okay, you're a little distracted. Let me move that out of your third eye. So for those of you who are interested, I have a link to a recording of Paul Selig on YouTube. I'm like, Claim Your Divine Light. That's what it's called. Claim Your Divine Light. And it's, I think, a 23-minute video. I'm happy to send it to you if you're interested. But one of the things that he talks about is that, wait a second. And then I went and did this crazy thing. Claims of truth, healing. There we go. Sorry about that. One of the things that he talks about is you get to decide. At every moment, you get to decide how you're going to experience everything. You get to say, I'm going to experience this in a very high frequency way. I'm going to experience this as a very angry person. I'm going to experience this as a I don't give a fuck energy. It's totally cool, however you decide. But I loved the piece that it is about we get to decide how we are going to view everything. And when we can catch ourselves going, oh, I don't know how to do that. Like, oh, wait, did I just say that? Wait a minute. Let me stop and say, I can know how to do this. I am in my knowing, I am in my knowing, I am in my knowing. And wait for the information to drop in. Such a cool opportunity. And there's certainly times when we need healings on it and we need to remind ourselves of just how powerful we are. But I love that. So if anybody's interested in me giving you that link, just so it's real quick to get to, I'm happy to do that. There you go. Amanda says, oh, she carved her pumpkin by passing her hand over it, revealing a tropical beach scene with white sand beaches, blue ocean, palm trees, bright yellow sunshine, and moving waves. Look how powerful we are. And yep, you put that pumpkin right in your heart, and you've got that beautiful design right there. So each and every one of you are getting a pumpkin. Each one of you have created a carving on it, and that is being gifted to you in whatever place your higher self most wants it to go. A lot of you are putting them in your sternum, in your third eye, under your ears. This is a really powerful place for our clairsentient channels and our clairvoyant channels. Some of you are putting them in your pituitary. I see one going in the the right knee. Yeah. One of you is putting them out here in your auric layers. Perfect. Whatever it is, remember that your higher self dictates all of that. You know, my personality can want to put it in my throat, and my higher self is like, oh yeah, you can put your hand on your throat, but I'm actually putting it in your sacrum. It's perfect. Oh, hey, Tom. A purple pumpkin with a typical pumpkin face. Love it. Absolutely nothing too typical about these pumpkins since they're very crystalline. So, for those of you that are interested, there is bobbing for apples off to one side, and you can skip, hop, jump, swim, stroll, whatever you want, over to the bobbing for apples. It is not a bobbing for apples where you get wet and you know, if you're like me, oh God, I don't want to put my head in there and then I got water up my nose and all that. This is just totally awesome. You go bobbing for apples and you get an awesome, amazing healing with all the mist that comes up over your face. Plus you get an apple and you can take a look at what that apple looks like. Once again, nothing is as it seems. So you can take your apple and put it wherever you would like. Tom, I love that you put it in your heart. That is a fabulous place. We have so much stuff in our sternums, in our energetic heart. And this is what runs our hands and allows our hands to move and create. It is right there in our sternum. There's a lot there, so we just keep healing it, healing it, healing it. Go ahead and take a look at your apples. Let's see, my apple. For a moment, my apple looked like the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, huh? I don't understand that. So I didn't understand it, so I asked to see it in a different way. Ah, so the different way that I'm seeing it is it was a reference to it's a big apple. A big apple. Oh, Amanda, I like that. The red apple looks like a bejeweled Christmas ornament. See, it can look like anything. Very cool. Chan, I love that. Several small apples linked together and put it around your waist like a belt. It's a great example of being used for exactly what her higher self wanted it to be used for. So my apple is going in the back of my sternum. So it's not really between my shoulder blades. It's a little lower and I'm very clear. It's for the back portion of my sternum, which is fabulous. Amanda, your frontal lobe, a great place. We have lots and lots of low frequencies in our frontal lobes, not unlike our pinky toes. So while we're sitting here, just to let you know, we're also moving valences. Valences are like covers. These valences actually look like we're all dressed as ghosts with sheets over top of us. The valences are covering us in a lot of different ways. A lot of times, what they're doing is busy telling us that we're not enough, that, we've got a lot of fear. And so we're moving valences for people as they have the frequency. There's a lot of them. It's awesome. Tom's apple is pink rose colored and it's going in his right ear. Love it. It's a very big apple. It is indeed, indeed. And Tom, your apple is even going into your parietal lobes and going kind of down into your throat as well. So, in addition to moving valences, we are also moving masks for everybody. And this is just so interesting because who knew that Halloween was so oriented to this? I didn't remember this from last year, but there are masks. So everybody feel free to take a look or ask what kind of mask you are having moved. Now, I saw a number of masks that were clown masks. Some of them, you might have an awareness of them being a full face mask. You might have them, that they're going across your eyes, more like the Lone Ranger kind of mask. Some of them look like those giant wooden tribal masks. And if you don't want to look at what the mask looks like, perfect. Just know that those masks are coming off for all of us. Jill, shiny, dark red, sparkly and crystalline apple. It is absolutely beautiful. There is a lot of love for yourself in that apple, Jill. As I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, wow, it's so beautiful. And yeah, it'll do awesome in your sternum. That's fabulous. Fabulous. Yeah, so the mask, Amanda, yep, dirty brown fandom of the opera mask. It looks like it's been around for a long while, maybe trampled on a little bit. But yeah, that's an awesome mask to get rid of. Jan, yours is a half mask with crystals and peacock feathers. Yeah, and Jan, that mask like would lead you to believe it is a really beautiful crystalline mask, but it actually is making you feel like you're not enough. And so we are taking off that mask with the low frequencies and giving you the really beautiful mask, high frequencies filled with a lot of bliss and restoration and inspiration and illumination. So yeah, that's a fabulous, fabulous trade. I'd make that trade day in and day out. Yeah, Jill, that sheet over your head like a ghost. Yep, moving a lot more of those um, ghosts, goblins, ghouls. I was looking at earlier when I was working on the container, what was in the container. I was seeing a lot of scary hospital scenes, like surgeries gone wrong, and we're moving out a lot of stuff even earlier today. So it's a fabulous, fabulous time to participate in the healing circle. Yep. Tom is having a mask removed and getting some new designs that are filled with jewels and gems and high frequencies that will definitely serve him even more. So there's also, lots of dark designs and dark creations, spells and imprints, doors and windows, lots of openings being closed. Whatever you have the frequency for, we are busy taking care of, because here's what happens. You participate in the healing circle and you work on all these things that show up. We close more openings and we move out the valences and transform as much as you can today. And then on Thursday, your higher self is busy going after another round of stuff. They're like, yes, I've got this. I'm sitting at this frequency now. So let me go after all of this stuff that's here. So it's a beautiful opportunity to just keep moving more of it. Hey, Zoya, it's good to see you. You have actually been here for a long while, whether you were here in the physical or not. That is the case with all of you. A stabbing pain on your left side. We're going to go ahead and move more daggers. Daggers for everybody. Daggers, be gone. Daggers for everybody. What is that? What is that movie? Okay. Now somebody will be like, oh yeah, I absolutely know. But we're moving more movies. Now, the movies that people have playing, and we're also working on artifacts, The Shining. See, I told you y'all would know. Yeah. Those all those horror flicks. Now you guys are like, I'm seeing, like, I am not a horror movie person. If any of you know Nicole Nam, she is an incredible healer, and she is a mentor. She also teaches a class on Fridays. Her family loves horror films, and it is amazing to me how many times she's like, have you ever seen? I'm like, nope. I don't like to be scared. But you all are like showing me these like little clips. It's like a little flip, flip, flip of all these horror films, and we're just going through and we're transforming those low frequencies, those movies, projections, whatever it is that you have the frequency for. We're just going to keep transforming them because they're not serving any purpose. I don't know if they ever did, but it's good to move them out anyway. So we're moving those. I also said we were going to be looking at mirrors, and there are some fun house mirrors. Wow, I say mirrors, and all of a sudden I can feel it right here in my third eye. So some fun house mirrors for all of us. If you want, you can look at the mirror, see what kind of pattern your mirror is giving you. There are some of them that are making people look like waves. There are some of them that are making people look extremely fat. There are some that are making people look abnormally skinny. There are some that are making people's faces look really stretched out and odd. And all of those different kinds of mirrors, regardless of what they look like, are being moved for you. This is a very personal one for me because holy cow, I've got a mirror sitting right here that's busy telling me among the things I'm not enough and I need to lose more weight and I need to, get in shape and I need over and over again. So holy cow, happy to move those for myself as well as for you. And there are lots of candy gifts coming in. The candy, it's like it's like sources up there just shaking all this candy. Candy is coming down. You may have an awareness of your favorite kind of candy. I'm seeing candies in the wrappers and the candy hearts, and there's Twizzlers. Yeah, Twizzlers and candies like M&Ms and Reese's cups and all of those kinds of things coming in, and you are welcome to grab as many of them as you want and put them wherever you want. I'm actually going to grab a whole handful of them and I'm going to put them in my third eye. They're fabulous. No calories. I take a deep breath in and I can actually smell the chocolate. So cool. There are gummy bears and gummy worms and oh my gosh, whatever kind of candy you like, it is definitely coming in. Oh my gosh. Grace is dumping out the gummy orange slices. And it's like joy, 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 joy. So whatever it is that you really want, it is available for you tonight. I am the divine I seek. I am the divine I seek. You are the divine you seek. You are the divine. A great thing for us to remember that I am, you are, each of you are the divine that you are looking for. You are the magic. You are the light. You are the joy. You are everything you need. You have everything you need right inside of you. It is a huge reminder for us that we've got everything right here. We're so used to looking out there, but the truth is it's all right here. You are the divine you seek. Have I said it enough? One more time. You are the divine you seek. Big healing opportunities for all of us. I hear my cat chasing after something. Even my cat is the divine he seeks. Oh, Amanda, I love that. Pale pink and white marshmallows for your cheeks, sour gummy worms for your throat, edible dark pink rose for your third eye. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Sour gummy worms. My kids love that sour stuff. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. All right. So you all are just gathering the gifts. And we're going to make our way back from Arcturus. Lots of love and blessings for all who were there, who made that crystal library possible. for tonight. I assume zero chocolate bars is the chocolate bar called Zero. Because when I first read that, I was like, zero chocolate bars? Huh. Pretty sure they are. Fabulous, Tom. Yeah. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So we are extremely grateful to all of those that made that crystal library possible for us. Lots of fun gathering gifts. It's just such an amazing way to do healing. All right. Yep, everybody's good. Everybody's good. Yay! Another Claims of Truth Healing Circle in the books. Just in case you are curious to know, this is actually my 40th Claims of Truth Healing Circle, and almost all of them are posted on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So if you Google my name, search in YouTube, I guess is actually a better way to do that. Search in YouTube, you will find all the different Claims of Truth healing circles that are there. It is amazing. I just have a whole nother round of wow, such an awesome thing. I absolutely love doing this, and I am so happy that we get to be together tonight, that each of you showed up to participate, and so many of you sent higher selves as well. So fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So with that, I seal the field unto the light of that one true source creator God, the one who has all the magic, all the love, all the joy, everything we need, and is so, so generous in making sure that we always get exactly what we need. And I thank my healing team and the support teams as they show up. And I, of course, thank each and every one of you who really make it so much fun, such a joy to do these healing circles. I am so, so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I absolutely love you guys. Have a fabulous full moon. Remember, you can always send me a text if you need help in any way with getting through the moon of connection. And I will see you here in 2 weeks. Today's the 14th, so that'll be the 28th that we will be back before the end of the month. Love you guys. With that, we say amen and aho. Hope you have a fabulous evening.